Hi and welcome to this episode of JFWA Academy News. Today for our Shining Knights interview we have Academy Senior Alex Rye. So Alex, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Shining Knight, I like that. Yeah, I've been going to the Academy for 6 years now. I'm pretty active. I do sports. I do a lot of like clubs and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So can you tell us about the clubs that you've participated in?
I've been in Science Olympiad. I've been in Beta, World Culture, World School, pretty much everything the Academy's had to offer.
Do you hold any leadership positions within any of the clubs?
Yeah, I'm treasurer of Beta. With sports, I'm usually the team captain. I usually hold some type of leadership position and that type of stuff.
So what sports do you participate in?
I play basketball and I play baseball.
So you were a 2016 World School delegate. Can you tell us about that?
Oh, it was an amazing experience. We got to go to Japan, and I couldn't have picked a better place to go to. It's so different than any other country. The culture's so different, and it was just amazing to be able to get such a different perspective about the world and about everything else. And then I met such amazing people. I got to meet 63 other kids from other countries, and that gave me so many like amazing perspectives too. Mm-hmm. And it's just it's almost like a shock. Like it was a shock of like, everything is so much bigger than us, mm-hmm. and it's just not the little small town Harrogate. Yeah. It's the world out there, and mm-hmm. it was awesome. Yeah. It was really great.
So what's your favorite part been about the Academy?
I'd probably have to say the people. Everyone is just so genuine for the most part, and like the teachers, for example, they actually care. They care so much about your education. They care about your success, and I've felt that throughout the 6 years of being here. And I think it's really going to carry on through the rest of my life and my success.
So how long have you been going to school here?
It'd be 6 years, which is a long time, since 7th grade. Yeah, I was even going to school in the old building, if that says anything.
So what are your plans for after you graduate?
My plan right now is to go to Center, which is about 2.5 hours away from here in Danville, Kentucky. I really like it there, and hopefully I'll be successful there.
Do you know what you're going to major in?
Right now the plan is to do behavioral neuroscience, but you know, we'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
I think we all have plans before we go to college,
mm-hmm.
but we're not really sure.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us today, Alex.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Stay tuned after the break for our Knots Camera Action segment.
What do we know about learning? It takes place beyond the pages of a book. We learn by exploring, by trying new things, by connecting, by sharing. We learn by taking chances and dreaming big. At Lincoln Memorial University, learning is beyond the books. It's everywhere.
welcome to Tonight's Camera Action. I'm Chrissy Bradley.
And I'm Elizabeth Melton.
In honor of their national championship victory, the Lady Knights basketball team was awarded a certificate of recognition on March 19th during the Claiborne County Commission's monthly meeting.
3 players were also selected to the all-tournament team, including Abigail Gardner, Presley Cole, and Berea Piercy. Berea Piercy received honors as the tournament most valuable player.
Now for a sports update. Guys soccer has made some major improvements since last year's season, but they still fail to capitalize despite all the new players. Their record is currently 0-3. Alan Luke scored the first goal of the season against Cocke County.
The weather doesn't count, and the Rackets are out this month for the Knots and Lady Knots tennis teams. The first match was against Lehigh at the new LMU indoor tennis courts. The Knots beat the Generals 9-0, while the Lady Knots beat the Generals 8-1.
The weather might have been windy, but the Knights were playing pretty for the second match. The Knights hosted Claiborne High at the LMU outdoor tennis courts. The Knights beat the Bulldogs 8-1, and the Lady Knights beat the Lady Bulldogs 9-0.
The courts were clean, and the Knots were mean for the third match. The Knots hosted Cumberland Gap High at the LMU indoor tennis courts. The Knots beat the Panthers 6-3, and the Lady Knots beat the Lady Panthers 9-0.
Thank you for joining us for Night's Camera Action. Stay tuned for Nightlife after the break.
So we were walking to school. I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really
smart.
want cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have another bad day at school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Bro? Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
Hello and welcome to Not Laugh. I'm Elizabeth Melton and I'm here with Hunter Holt. So can you tell us a little bit about your Peru trip?
Oh yes, So last year I fell in love with Spanish when I first learned it, and there came this opportunity where I applied for a scholarship in honor of Jim Witt, which is Mr. Green's Spanish teacher. And the scholarship paid for the whole trip to Peru and gave me extra money that I can spend for souvenirs and stuff while I'm down there. And the part of the scholarship is, I had to take Spanish the rest of my high school career while I'm in high school, and then I have to be a part of the Mountain Fiesta. And so I'm really excited about going to Peru. I mean, I like speaking the language, and I hope I can go and, have a conversation with a few people down there. I'll meet the translator there, our EF tour guide. She'll be speaking fluent Spanish, so hope to speak with her and have a conversation with her.
So what are the activities that you all are planning to do in Peru?
Well, first we fly to Lima. Get to Lima about Friday evening, late Friday night, and then we'll be touring the city of Lima, and then we actually get to fly to Cusco, another flight in Lima, and we'll be touring some cities in Cusco and some things there. And then we ride a train. We ride a train to Sacred Valley. And it's really cool. And then Sacred Valley, before our last stop, Machu Picchu, which is pretty beautiful. You've never been there. Just it's real high up, So we have to drink lots of water so we don't get sick and stuff. I'm real excited about going and touring places that I've never been before, never flown before. So I'm real excited about that.
Who are the teachers and students that are going?
Well, Mr. Green is the coordinator of the event, the trip, and Mr. Thomas gets to go because there's more than 18 of us going. Miss Jerry is also the other teacher sponsor.
Well, thank you for joining us, and I hope that you can come talk to us after the trip.
Definitely, I will.
Welcome to our follow-up interview with Hunter Holt. So you just went on the Peru trip for spring break. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, so I had a lot of flights to get there. Took a whole day basically, and so when we got there, we met our tour guide. We didn't arrive until almost midnight that night, close to midnight, and then we got there. The new president was being sworn in from Canada, just arrived there. And so it was really pretty, the big parades out in the city and everything, and I really liked seeing the big lights everywhere. In Lima, it was the first day we toured in. We landed there, and it was just so beautiful. I got home and I was like, Mom, I could live there, and I really liked it there.
So what did you guys do over there?
Okay, so in Lima, the first day we toured the Larco Museum, and then early in the early morning before we went to tour, me and Mr. Green and Dustin just went and explored the city, We went to the beach that morning and saw the Love Statue. We went to Kennedy Park. The cat park's what they call it. And there's these random cats just laying everywhere on the grass. And then early Saturday morning, we flew out to Cusco. Just another flight, I was tired, but it's great to see how beautiful our earth is.
So what was your favorite part about going?
I just enjoyed trying a lot of new foods, I'm really picky, but there's some things I like now. There's one thing I really liked in particular. It's called Inca Cola. It's like a pop, like Peru pop. It kind of tastes like a juicy fruit gum, but it's like a pop. And so I really liked that. Me and Ms. Thomas had a bunch of glasses Inca Cola.
So did you get to tour Machu Picchu?
Yes. I forgot what day it was, but we went Machu Picchu, rode a bus to Machu Picchu, and then another bus on the way up to the top, about a 30-minute drive up to the top. And so when we got to the top, we met our tour guide, and he took us around the whole Machu Picchu, and it was beautiful up there. You're so high up. It's actually lower than Cusco. Cusco's at 11,000 feet. Machu Picchu's about at 7,000, and so you're like lower down, but it looks so much beautiful, And so we hiked up all the way up to there, and then we got to the top, and we had time to explore up there, like an hour and a half to explore. So Mr. Green led a hike up to Sun Gate, and the Sun Gate, you can see Machu Picchu from afar off, from the Sun Gate. And then he thought it was a good idea, so we hiked back down. This is Machu Picchu, and then we hiked back into the hotel, which is about another hour walk. And so we were all tired of our feet, but it was a great experience to see Machu Picchu and how beautiful it was.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for this episode of J. Frank Watt Academy News. Tune in next week.